Hi, Betty McKnit here, and I'm going to show you a couple of options for adding texture to your Metro North traveling scarf. So here I have my beginning of my Metro North, and I did, row 6 3 times. So this is going to be the corner of your scarf where you're going to tie it around. Doesn't really need any texture, but once you hit row 6 and that row is just repeated for, half of your scarf, you can start adding texture rows whenever you like. I have 2 texture rows to show you, and they're my favorite rows to use. They're easy, they're fairly mindless, and they add beautiful texture and interest to your scarf. Any texture row will work. If you have something else that you like, you can definitely use it. You can also do something really simple like front loop only, back loop only, or front post and back post stitches to add an interest and texture to your scarf. The only thing you want to remember is always keep those 3 edge stitches the same. The beginning, you always start with extended double crochet and 2 increases, and then on those double crochet stitches up until you get to 1 stitch before the center decrease, you can do whatever. And when you get to that center stitch, you make your decrease and then replace those double crochet stitches on the other side with whatever texture you like. Stop 3 stitches before the end and work your 2 increases and your extended double crochet. That's all you really need to do. You can just throw in whatever you like. Okay, so I'll show you my 2 favorite texture stitches for this scarf, and I like to keep it simple because I'm pretty lazy. So we'll start with the chain 3 and the extended double crochet, and then the 2 increases. 2 double crochet, and then another 2 double crochet. Always maintain that no matter what other texture stitches you do. And then the first one I'll show you is I called it a 2 DC cable. So basically you're just working 2 double crochet stitches out of order. So yarn over and skip over this guy and work a double crochet. Now we're going to work a double crochet into this stitch right here, put my needle behind the first stitch I worked and pull up a loop and pull through 2 loops. Whoops, I'm splitting a little. Pull through 2 loops. You just have crossed over 2 double crochet stitches. Let's make another one. Yarn over, skip this one, yarn over, and going behind that one you just skipped, insert your hook into the stitch you skipped. There you go. Those are 2 DC cables. And now I'm here 1 stitch before the decrease. So I'm going to work my decrease now just like I always do. Pull through both loops. Okay, I'll do a couple more. I'm skipping one, and then I'm reaching behind that stitch to pull up a loop in the stitch I skipped. Pull through 2, pull through 2. Skip over one, make your double crochet as usual, and then yarn over, reach behind it, And now here I am, I have 3 stitches left, so I always want to maintain those increases on the sides. 2 double crochet in the next double crochet, and again, and then extended double crochet. So after a texture row, I always like to just work a regular row with no texture, no nothing, just mindless. So I can just fly across and watch my show. It's just the same old row 6, so I'm just going to keep going until 1 stitch before the center decrease, just adding double crochet. If you like a lot of texture, you can keep going adding texture row after row. I just like to throw it in here and there, especially if my scarf has a lot of colors or I have self-striping yarn. I don't like to do too much. I like to kind of let it tell its own story. Some people like things more planned out, but I'm too lazy for that. Always maintain the first and last 3 stitches the same way, and that way you're continuing to shape your scarf. There's my texture row. And there's my plain row. And the plain row is just a repeat of row 6. Okay, I'll show you a simple filet crochet, just chains and skip stitches. So I'm going to start with a chain 3 and an extended double crochet, and then my 2 increases. Who knows what is going on outside my window today? So we're going to make some lace by chaining and skipping. So chain 1, skip this one, double crochet. Chain 1, skip that one, double crochet. Chain 1, skip, double crochet. Keep going until you get to 1 stitch before the center decrease, and then you work that like you always do. Now if you happen to be on a row that has an odd number of double crochet and you're not working with, an even 2 and that doesn't work out, just put another double crochet in before you decrease. If you end up like with whatever texture you're doing and you're like, oh, I just did, double crochet, skip 1, chain 1, skip 1, and I'm landing and I have 2 stitches left, just fill that in with a double crochet and then do your decrease. Don't worry about counting or making sure it's an even 2, because you can always put another double crochet before your decrease. And then you should match it on the other side. So here I have my decrease and then I have a double crochet. So I'm starting with double crochet and then I'm going to chain 1, skip 1. Double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and I'm continuing until I get to the last 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. So I go chain 1, I'm going to skip this one, and then I'm going to increase. That's my first increase stitch. So as long as you maintain the center decrease and you maintain your outer increases, your scarf shape is going to maintain itself, and you can just replace the double crochet rows with whatever texture. You fill in a double crochet here and there if you end up like with an odd number. whatever you do on one side, match on the other side. And if it ends up being a little bit off, that's not going to show when you wrap your scarf. So this texture row, the way that I work it on the following row is I work a double crochet into each double crochet and then a double crochet into the space. So it'll actually open up your texture a little bit more. So I start with my chain 3 and extended double crochet, 2 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and then 1 double crochet in each double crochet, and then 1 into each space. So I'm working the stitch and I'm working the space. Continue until I reach 1 stitch before the center, decrease, and then I work my center decrease like always. And if it were to happen that I had a space next to it instead of the stitch, I would just work into the space. It works out fine. Continue until I have 3 stitches left. 2, 3, I have 4, 1 more. And then my 2 increases.